Hello everyone, this is our next lecture on the chapter Descriptive Statistics and our topic is Measure of Central Tendency. Today we will see calculation of quartiles for discrete frequency distribution and for continuous frequency distribution. In last lecture we saw empirical relationship among mean, median and mode. So empirical relationship among mean, median and mode is given by mean minus mode is equal to 3 times mean minus median. Means if any two measure of central tendencies are given, then we can calculate the third by using the empirical relationship among mean, median and mode. After that we saw partition values. So partition values are the values which divide the series into equal parts. Then we saw our first partition value is quartile. The definition of quartiles is the observation Q1, Q2, Q3 which divides the number of observation into 4 equal parts are called as the quartile. So there are 3 quartiles Q1, Q2 and Q3. Q1 is known as lower quartile or first quartile, and for both means if n is even and n is odd, the formulas for quartiles are Q1 is equal to it is the value of n plus 1 by 4th observation. Q2 is known as second quartile or median, and its formula is value Q2 is equal to value of n plus 1 by 2th observation, and Q3 is known as upper quartile or third quartile, and its formula is Q3 is equal to value of 3 into n plus 1 by 4th observation. Now let's understand how to calculate quartiles for discrete frequency distribution through an example. Discrete frequency distribution means single observation along with frequency. So example is for the following distribution of fine paid by students in a certain college, calculate 3 quartiles. For the given data we have to calculate the 3 quartiles, that is Q1 first quartile or lower quartile, then Q2 second quartile or median, and then Q3 upper quartile or third quartile. So for this type of data we have to calculate the 3 quartiles. So data is of a discrete frequency distribution, means individual observation along with frequency. So first you have to check whether the data is in ascending order or not, and if it is not in ascending order then we have to arrange the data into the ascending order. But here data is already in ascending order, means 25, 35, 45, these numbers are in ascending order. So our first step is we have to calculate the cumulative frequency, either it is less than cumulative frequency or more than cumulative frequency. So we calculate here less than type cumulative frequency. So these first 2 columns are as it is. Fine in rupees, it is denoted by XI as it is, and number of students, that is FI, it is also as it is. Means these 2 rows are converted into the columns. Then third column is less than type cumulative frequency. We have to calculate the less than type cumulative frequency. So for less than type cumulative frequency, first observation is as it is, then addition of these 2 observations, that is 14 plus 23 which is equals to 37, then 37 plus 27 which is equals to 64, then 64 plus 21 which is equals to 85, and then 85 plus 15, 85 plus 15 which is equals to 100. In this way we can calculate less than type cumulative frequency, and we know this last observation is equal to summation of frequency, or that is equal to capital N. So this is a summation of all frequencies. Means sum of this column. So for first quartile or lower quartile, the formula for this type of data means discrete frequency distribution. Formula for Q1 is equal to, it is the value of n by 4th observation. It is the value of n divided by 4th observation. So for this we have to first calculate n divided by 4. So for this example, n is equal to 100. 100 divided by 4 is equal to 25. So Q1 is not equal to 25. Q1 is the value of 25th observation. So the value of 25th observation is 35. Means you have to check the value of in less than type cumulative frequency which is just greater than 25. So 14 is less than 25, so it is not the value of Q1. Then you have to just check the value which is just greater than 25. So 14 is less than 25. Then 37 is first value which is just greater than 25. So this is our Q1 class. Means you have to check the value first value which is just greater than 25. So 37 is the first value which is just greater than 25, and value of that observation means value of this frequency is 35. So the Q1 is equal to 35. Now Q2, that is second quartile, or it is also known as median. The formula for Q2 is equal to, it is the value of n by 2th observation. Since our n is 100, so it is the value of 100 by 2th observation. So 100 by 2 is equal to 50. So it is the value of 50th observation. Now we have to check the observation means the less than type cumulative frequency which is just greater than 50. So our first frequency is 40 which is less than 50. Then our second cumulative frequency is 37 which is also less than 50. We have to check the cumulative frequency which is just greater than 50. Now 64 is greater than 50. The remaining values are also greater than 50, but we have to check the first value which is greater than 50, and that is 64. And the value which belongs to this frequency 64 is equal to 45. So the value of second quartile, that is Q2, is equal to 45. So the Q2 is equal to 45. Now Q3, or third quartile or upper quartile. Its formula is the value of 3n by 4th observation. That is the value of, just substitute the value of n, that is 100. It is the value of 3 into 100 divided by 4. 3 into 100 is 300. 300 divided by 4 which is equal to 75. So it is the value of 75th observation. Q3 is not 75th. We have to check the less than type cumulative frequency which is just greater than 75. Now this 14. 14 is less than 75. Then 37. 37 is also less than 75. Now this 64. 64 is also less than 75. And 85, it is greater than 75. We have to check the value. We have to check the first value which is just greater than 75, that is 85. And the value belongs to the frequency 85 is 55. So the third quartile or Q3 is equal to 55. Third quartile which is equals to 55. In this way we can calculate the quartiles for discrete frequency distribution. So for discrete frequency distribution, the formula of Q1 is equal to, it is the value of n by 4th observation. Then Q2 is equal to, it is the value of n by 2th observation, and Q3 is equal to the value of 3n by 4th observation. we have to just add one more column, that is less than type cumulative frequency, and from less than type cumulative frequency the value corresponding to that frequency is the our quartiles, that is Q1, Q2 and Q3. Our next topic is calculation of quartiles for continuous frequency distribution. Continuous frequency distribution means class interval along with frequency. So the steps involved in calculation of quartiles are same as those in calculation of median. Means for continuous frequency, continuous type of data, we know the formula for median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf upon f into h. So our first step is we have to decide our median class, and median class is decided from this value, that is n by 2. Means firstly we have to calculate the value of n by 2, and from this value we have we decide our median class. So after deciding the median class, here L is lower boundary of the median class, f is a frequency of the median class, h is a class width of the median class, that is upper class boundary minus lower class boundary. N is total frequency, which is also denoted by summation of fi, and Cf is cumulative frequency just preceding to the median class. So here we use the same formulas for the Q1 and Q3. Just instead of n by 2 for Q1, substitute n by 4, and for Q3 just substitute 3n by 4. Means Q1 is the size of n by 4 and Q3 is the size of 3n by 4. So the formula for first quartile is Q1 is equal to L plus n by 4 minus Cf upon f into h. All notations are same. First we have to decide we have to calculate the value of n by 4. After calculating n by 4, we have to decide our Q1 class, that is first quartile class. After defining Q1 class, L is lower boundary of the first quartile class, f is the frequency of the first quartile class, h is the class width of the first quartile class, n is the total frequency, and Cm is cumulative frequency of the class just preceding the first quartile class. Q2 is the same as the median, and Q3 is equal to L plus 3n by 4 minus Cf upon f into h. Means first we have to calculate the value of 3n by 4. After calculating 3n by 4, we have to decide our Q3 class or third quartile class. Then L is lower boundary of the third quartile class, f is the frequency of the third quartile class, h is the class width of the third quartile class, n is the total frequency, and Cf is the cumulative frequency of the class just preceding the third quartile class. Let's understand this procedure by using this example. Calculate the quartiles Q1, Q2 and Q3 from the following distribution of average number of hours worked by a workers in 100 industries. Means n is already given, that is 100. Data is our works and industries, our work. So first interval is 30 to 33 and industries are 2. Next class interval is 33 to 36 and there are 4 industries. So our first step is we have to check data is discrete or continuous. If it is discrete, then we have to convert it into the continuous form by subtracting 0.5 from the lower limit and adding 0.5 to the upper limit. But here data is already in the continuous form. So our next step is we have to calculate the less than type cumulative frequency for deciding the classes, that is Q1 class or lower quartile class, Q2 class or median, and Q3 class or upper quartile class. So these first two columns as it is, hours work, that is XI, then industries, that is FI, and third column is of less than type cumulative frequency. So for less than type cumulative frequency, first observation as it is, then this 2 plus 4 which is equals to 6. Now next one is 6 plus 26, which is equals to 32. Next 32 plus 47, which is equals to 79. Next one is 79 plus 15, which is equals to 94. And last one is 94 plus 6, that is equal to 100. So in this way we can calculate less than type cumulative frequency, and our answer is right because total frequency is already given, that is 100, and our last observation is also 100. So first step is calculate less than type cumulative frequency. Now first quartile or Q1, the formula for Q1 for this continuous frequency distribution is Q1 is equal to L plus n by 4 minus Cf upon f into h. Means firstly we have to decide our first quartile class, and first quartile class is decided from this term, that is n by 4. So firstly we have to calculate the value of n by 4. So Q1 for the first quartile class we have to calculate the value or size of n by 4th observation. Since here n is 100, it is 100 by 4, that is 25. Now we have to check the cumulative frequency which is just greater than 25. So 2 is less than 25. So this is not our Q1 class. Now 6 is also less than 25. So this is our not Q1 class. Then 32 is greater than 25, means we have to check the first value which is just greater than 25, and it is 32. So this is our Q1 class. The class interval 36 to 39 is our Q1 class. It is already denoted. So this is our Q1 class. Now the formula for first quartile is Q1 is equal to L plus n by 4 minus Cf upon f into h. So L means lower limit of quartile class. So lower limit of quartile class is, this is our Q1 class, its lower limit is 36. So it is 36. N by 4 it is already calculated, that is 25. Minus Cf. Cf means cumulative frequency just preceding to the quartile class. So this is our quartile class, and cumulative frequency just preceding to this class means just before this class, that is the 6. So the value of Cf is 6. Just substitute the value of Cf is 6. Upon f means frequency of that class, just normal frequency. So normal frequency of this class is 26. These are the cumulative frequencies and these are the normal frequencies. So normal frequency of this Q1 class is 26. So just substitute the value 26 into h. H is the class width. Class width is upper class boundary minus lower class boundary. So 39 minus 36, which is equals to 3. So the value of h is 3. After doing all this calculation, Q1 is equal to 38.1923, and we can check our answer whether it is right or wrong. Our answer must be in that class interval, that is first quartile class interval. Our first quartile class interval is 36 to 39, and the value of Q1 is 38.1923. Means this value lies between 36 to 39. So our answer is right. Now Q2. Q2 is same as median. Its formula is Q2 is equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf upon f into h. So for this first we have to calculate the value of n by 2. So n by 2 means 100 by 2, which is equals to 50. Now we have to check the cumulative frequency which is just greater than 50. 2 is less than 50, 6 is also less than 50, 32 is also less than 50. Means all these three values are less than 50. Then the first value which is just greater than 50 is 79. So this is our Q2 class. Means 39 to 42 is our Q2 class. Here lower limit is 39 and cumulative frequency is 79. So this is our Q2 class. Now just substitute all these value in that formula. So lower limit is 39. So Q2 is equal to 39 plus n by 2 is 50 minus CF, means cumulative frequency just preceding to the Q2 class. So this is our Q2 class, and the cumulative frequency just preceding to this class is 32. So the value of CF is 32. Just substitute the value of CF, that is 32. Minus F means frequency of that class. So normal frequency of that class is 47. So just substitute the value of F is equal to 47. So Q2 is equal to 39 plus 50 minus 32 divided by 47 into 3. So after calculating all this, the value of Q2 is equal to 40.1487. And our class interval is 39 to 42, and the value of Q2 is lies between 39 to 42. So our answer is right. Similarly, we can calculate the Q3. The formula for Q3 is equal to L plus 3n by 4 minus CF upon F into H. Means first we have to calculate the value of 3n by 4. That is 3 into 100 by 4. 3 into 100 is 300, and 300 divided by 4, which is equals to 75. Now we have to check the cumulative frequency, which is just greater than 75. So 2 is less than 75, 6 is also less than 75, 32 is also less than 75. Means all these values are less than 75, but 79 is first value which is greater than 75. So this is our Q3 class. In this example, our Q2 class and Q3 class are the same classes, and the lower limit of Q3 class is 39 and its class interval is 39 to 42. Just substitute this value in that formula. So Q3 is equal to L means lower limit. So its lower limit is 39 plus into bracket 3n by 4, that is 75, minus CF. CF means cumulative frequency just preceding to that class. So our class is this 39 to 42, and its cumulative frequency just preceding to that class is 32. So CF is equal to 32. Now F, frequency of that class. So normal frequency of this class is equal to 47. So substitute the value of F is equal to 47 into H, class width, that is upper class limit minus lower class limit. 42 minus 39, 3. So H is equals to 3. And after calculating all these, we will get the value of Q2 is equal to 40.1487, and this value lies between 39 to 42. In this way we can calculate the quartiles for discrete frequency distribution. In this way we can calculate the quartiles for continuous frequency distribution. The formula for Q1 is equal to L plus n by 4 minus CF upon F into H. For Q2 is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF upon F into H. And the formula for Q3 is equal to L plus 3n by 4 minus CF upon F into H. So in today's lecture, we saw how to calculate quartiles for discrete frequency distribution and for continuous frequency distribution. In next lecture, we will continue with our next topic. Thank you.